about nothing, no.
That's it. Was up?
Nah, it was like, alright. So when he came in, like, alright. So and then darkness, everything glass. So I see a black car with the tinted windows. Like I'm raised to be paranoid.
Right.
Like,
hey,
I just
stay that way. Paranoia is a good thing.
So I'm
Don't never let nobody talk you out of it.
From the corner of my eye, I'm like, who that in the car? So when I see him get out, I'm like, oh. I just start laughing. I'm like, what's the odds of this? So I'm talking to the jeweler. The jeweler like, yo, I'm like, yo, bro, like, nah, like, you gotta bring the price down. Like, it's not the price we agreed on. So we going back and forth and shit. And then he came up and he saw me. He froze. He straight froze up. He just like, he's on the side of me, so he just froze up. He's like hovered over me. I look at him, I'm like, yo, you good? He's like, yeah. All right. So then I'm talking to the jeweler. The jeweler is spooked. Yo, I cannot make this shit up. The jeweler was fucking spooked. So the jeweler is spooked. So now the jeweler like this, calculating, like trying to give me a better price now because he hit. I'm like, nah, that ain't the. So now I'm just taking advantage of the jeweler now. Now I'm like, yo, that's still ain't the number. So he just keep breaking it down. He's spooked. So then he's still on the side of me. He froze. Like, he's like just staring at me. I'm like, yo, bro, you good? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, am I supposed to be scared of you? They're like, nah, why would you be scared of me? I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm about to say, like, why are you hovering over me? So then I'm going back to the jeweler. The jewelers keep breaking the price down. So then he's just standing there. So I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, all right, because this nigga just not, he clearly not moving. Like, he's not even moving. I'm like, all right, bro. So listen. I said, yo, I'm going to be back tomorrow to go pick up, because now the jeweler broke down to the price that I was like, all right, cool, I'm going to do that. So then now I'm like, yo, I told the jeweler, yo, I'm going to come back tomorrow and come get it. So they frozen too. So now I look at him, I'm like, yo, bro, hey, what's up with you? And then he's so frozen. So then I just rubbed his beard. I was like, yo, bro, you should cut it off. It's ugly. And then that was it. Then I left out.
Now, when you seen him,
Trey for another one.
When you seen him, how long has it been since you seen him at the jeweler?
I seen him my great grandmother's funeral on my Jackson side of the family. That's the last time I seen him.
And that was years in between the jeweler?
Yeah, it had to be years in between the jeweler. The great thing about that, I kissed him on the forehead. Like, we go view the body?
Yeah.
So I'm viewing the body, and like he's in the front row. I'm in like towards the back of the funeral. The funeral. So then I go to I see my grandma, I'm crying and shit, and then I kissed him on the forehead, and then after that, then we went outside. Like, the funeral was done, so everybody's outside just chilling. So then now we just catching up with old people that I haven't seen in years and stuff, my family, and he was talking to my mom. Like, he was talking to my mom, but wouldn't talk to me. I'm like, huh? Like, I'm lost.
Like, where do you know where you and your pops went wrong?
I couldn't tell you, brother. Yo, Joe, I couldn't tell you.
All right, so it was a time where we all seen y'all and y'all was super close. Like, nobody could say that your father wasn't in your life. Like, I know you don't.
Nah,
that's all right.
I don't think I can say that, but I can say that he missed a lot of intricate parts of my life as a man. Like, upbringing, like you want to have those conversations with your dad to teach you certain shit. Like, he missed those.
What do you mean he missed them?
Like, when you becoming a man, like, you in transition from becoming a child to a young adult to being a complete man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so, but at that stage, y'all had already fell out?
Yeah, I think we fell out. I think I was probably like 12, 13.
And what caused that?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
How old are you today?
25.
So you saying like 12, 13 years, you haven't really had a good relationship with your pops?
Not like that. Nah, 13. 13. I think I was 13 when those text messages came out.
What text messages?
You gotta look it up, Joe.
Oh, all right. So some text messages. It was an exchange between you and him.
Yeah.
And it was disrespectful on both of your ends or one of your ends.
I have to say him. I don't think I said anything disrespectful.
All right.
I might have. I don't think I said anything disrespectful. I'm not a disrespectful kid at that time. I don't think I'm disrespectful now.
Right. You
mature
now. You know what I'm saying? You mature now.
Yeah, like I just live in my truth. That's about it.
Right. Now, this is the reason I ask you these questions, and the reason why I've always wanted to speak to you. Like, I have 2 children, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, we fell out, right?
Right.
And I miss my children. I love my children. You know what I'm saying? And they don't fuck with me. And when I see you, it reminds me of them. So the reason why I've always wanted to speak to you, and and I'm kind of like chill, like I don't know if I want to speak to him publicly about it, because your father could be a nut when he want to be. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So, and I know him. You know what I'm saying? And I know him. So I'm like, damn, I don't want to have this conversation with him and then Fifth take it a certain way, but I didn't have that direct connection to you. I have somebody that know. I'll tell you that off the record. But like I said, but I always wanted to talk to you because I look at you and I'm like, this nigga gotta miss his father, because I know my children miss me, and I miss the shit out my children, and I know your father missed the shit out of you. So what the fuck is it with? Yeah, I'm talking to you as the father now. You know what I'm saying? What is it with? How can I turn it around to get my children to speak to me? And I'm gonna tell you. Hey, let me tell you. Hold on. Our shit is so fucking crazy that you said through text messages, because what happened is my children did something and did some wordplay at me on something, you know what I'm saying? And I responded. I'm a very witty person. It hurt me to my heart that they would even be coming at me the way that they did. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, wait, Joe. I got a question, right?
Yeah.
At what age is this happening?
With my kids?
Yeah, with your kids.
I say they about maybe 16, 17.
16, 17, okay.
Like 15, 16, 17.
16, 17. I was 13. I was probably 13 around that age. That's how.
Now I'm admit my wrong.
Hold on, Joe. This is where I think people get it misconstrued as far as parenting, in my opinion. Because there's no wrong or right ways about what works as far as parenting was. But I feel as if there's nothing a kid can do to me that make me mad at them, like to the point where I don't want to speak to you. Like just personally, me. Like at some point, as a man that's, I would say,
Wait, hold on.
How old are you, Joe?
I'm 51. Now, hold on. Now,
you're more than twice the age, right?
Right. Hold on. Now, are you saying that? Wait. Before you continue where you're going, are you saying that your father had made no advances to speak to you?
I don't think I can even say that. It was more so like you gotta be. all right, let me say this. Like, you gotta be respectful. Like, you can't be in public disrespectful, and then behind closed doors, everything Gucci. That just doesn't align with each other.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's something that's like, I don't, way how I was raised, that's not respectable. Because you can't disrespect somebody publicly and then be like, "Oh, we cool now," without us talking about the situations at hand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I say that, I'm gonna go back to the point that I was saying earlier. All right, if your kid's 16, right,
mm-hmm.
and you're 52, you have been 16 before.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able. I'm pretty sure somewhere along the line you can resonate with what they're feeling at that age.
Right.
So you should be able to be wise enough, experienced enough, and smart enough to understand what's going on at that particular time in their life and how what you wish you should have had at that age. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So at what point do you say, I'm mad at you, I won't talk to you? At what point do you say, hold on, wait, you didn't ask to be here. This is not your responsibility to fix my pain, my situation, the shit that I've been through, the reason why I feel like I don't want to speak to you. That's not your job. You didn't ask to be here. I'm your parent. If I want you to go to this school, you go to this school. If I want you to go to sleep at 10 o'clock, you gotta go to sleep at 10 o'clock. So at what point do you stop becoming a child as well and you become a parent? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, Joe?
Yeah, I understand you.
At what point do you, like, because there's nothing, I'm 25, ain't none that, if it ain't physical violence, if a teenager ain't shoot me, stab me, what ain't really nothing that could be done that could hurt my feelings that to the point where I'm like, I don't want to fuck with you ever again in life. They ain't shoot me, stab me, rob me, or anything, so I'm confused.
Right. Well, now, in my case, I never stopped reaching out. And I've always tried to reach out, try to reconcile, see what's wrong. Nigga, I even tried to go on Ion to fix my goddamn life. Like I've told Dr. Phil, I have went over and beyond, because my whole life to where I am today is because of me having gotten women pregnant. Now, my story is effed up. I got 2 women pregnant at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I cheated on my girl and had two children 3 days apart. And had to tell my girl I got this other girl pregnant.
Yeah, that's tough.
You know what I'm saying? But now the other girl got a dude and lies to him and make him think that my kid is his. Right?
Okay.
So, and I'm on Rikers Island when they giving birth. So I'm not there for that. So that's stressing me out. But when I get out and stuff, now I got 2 kids to take care of. And everything that I do from that point on is I can't go back to jail no more. I got to find another way to raise these 2 children. You know what I'm saying? And so my life becomes dedicated to taking care of the lives that I brought in that didn't ask to be here, but I still have the responsibility of taking care of them. Now, to make a long story short, the girl that had another man, by the time my children was 2, she called me up talking about, oh, yo, this ain't your child. I made a mistake. What? They look like twins. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not going to tell me that ain't my kid. I know that's my kid. You know that's my kid. But she didn't tell this other dude. So then she goes and runs, disappears for like 8 years. right? I finally catch up with her after 8 years. By that time, my child is 10, right? They both 10, you know.
Right.
So it's a reintroduction to my life. Now, you know, they got their siblings got to reconnect and all that other stuff. Now, I'm doing the right thing as a man by owning my shit. By telling my girl, yo, I got enough kid and being there for both of them. You know what I'm saying? But the one in the other situation, I go to find out that this whole other family exists when I catch up with them, right? And they just dismiss this dude's parental rights, right?
Who, yours?
No, his. Right? Okay. I never had it. You know what I'm saying? Because I never signed a birth certificate, right? Mm-hmm. But when I caught up with him, we went to DNA diagnosis and all that and took the test, and 99.998 is mine. You know what I'm saying? But we already knew it was mine. But she had to get the test to prove it to her mother and her family, right?
Right.
So my whole time, I'm like, you a liar. You know what I'm saying? You knew I was the father the whole time. This, that, and that. She took dude for child support for 8 years out of those 10. Knowing it, you know what I'm saying? And just disappeared on me. No. So now I got my child that I'm trying to tell them the truth. As we go, not this bullshit. Your mother ain't know who your father was and all this. I'm trying to tell them the truth. But me trying to tell them the truth, for somehow that spun on me and made them hate me because that making me look like I'm trying to say something bad about the mother. No, I'm just trying to say I was there from day one and I was taking my child away from me for 8 years.
Okay, look. I'm gonna tell you the same. Listen. Cause something similar happened, like along those lines. Like I would talk to my pops when I was young. But I always been like advanced. Like I always been mature. Like I always hanging out with people older than me. So I think people sometimes forget that like my age is my age. Like I'm still a young boy at the time, right? They'll call me. They'll be talking about mommy. Listen, I didn't, and I think this might be the mistake that you're making as well. I didn't call you to talk about mommy. Mm-hmm. Let's establish our own relationship. Our own dynamics. When I'm old enough, you lived my life twice already. At some point, you're gonna know when it's time to have that discussion. At 16, I'm not sure if they're ready to have that discussion. You know what I'm saying?
And it depends, but then you got to see. It may not be the time to have that discussion. But I'm not going to let you live with this lie.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
But hold on. But this is what I'm saying. So
bro, you bugging right now. Like no. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you this is what I'm saying to you.
Go ahead.
And that's cool. And that's what you want to go, right? You say, yo, I can't live with me knowing that you living with this lie, right? Mm-hmm. You have to be okay with the repercussions behind that. You have to be okay with knowing it could go good, it could go bad. You can be ready for it, you can't be. But you know you got your facts on the table. But you have to be okay with knowing it could go good or it could go bad.
And it went bad. It right. Went like
so you got to live with that.
You know what? You might be making a very valid point about maturity and timing when it comes to revealing that, because I can remember a time where like my child is thinking that I wasn't there. Like this where we took this DNA test, like she just found out about me. You know what I'm saying? And right. I'm showing them pictures of them as a baby in my projects, in my house.
Right.
And they take the pictures and throw them. They don't want they don't even want to see the proof. Now, what you saying is maybe that wasn't the right time. Maybe they wasn't mature enough
for that. It's not even that though. Like, all right, cool. So like, all right, it's hard for somebody. All right, somebody that's from 0 to 16, right? Mm-hmm. They might not remember you when you held them as a newborn. They might not remember you in the projects when they 4. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Right. So that leaves, because if somebody's around, they don't need a picture to tell them that.
Wait, remember what I told you? When they turned 2, Shorty boated because the other dude didn't know about me. So before he found out.
Cool. No, I get what you're saying. All right. She has her wrongdoing as well. And from what you're telling me, she has her wrongdoing as well. 100%.
Okay, but you all right, so you telling me as a man, right. You don't have no children yet, but as a man, if you had a child, right? Mm-hmm. And you love your child, you've been there for your child, you providing for your child, and then after 2 years old, they just, you know what I'm saying? They just vanish with your child. You don't know where they at, right? But when you find them and they know they wrongdoing, they trying to right their wrongs by introducing you to the child and eventually letting them know, boom, yo, this is your father, even though he was there from day one, right? You telling me that you will be cool with living the mother's lie that you were never there?
I didn't say live the lie. What I said was you telling your facts and your truth, right? You have to be okay going good and going back. It might not be, it's not, let's say, hypothetically in this situation, right? Where you saying it's always 2 sides to the story, but always 3 sides to the story. From your perspective, right? Mm-hmm. From what I'm only getting told one side. So from that perspective, yeah, she was wrong.
Nah, that's already established. My thing is, am I wrong for clearing my name, for proving that I've been there from day one?
You're not wrong for that. But you have to be okay with the repercussions of it. It could be good, it could be bad.
Okay.
And you have to just acknowledge that, bro.
Okay, all right. So now it went bad.
Understand, and you can tell your child, listen. This situation, I don't know how you feel about it. I don't know how other way I can say it to you, but this is the situation, right? They might not believe it in the moment, because the dude that she ran off with, they sees that as their father, and you have to take that accountability. You have to take that an account for. Mm-hmm. They was raised with this guy all the way to 9 years old, whatever. Mm-hmm. That's my dad. Mm-hmm. And you're coming out of nowhere saying, even though you are the biological father, you was there, and mama did some BS, and you come out of nowhere, I'm your father. That's confusion to a child's brain. So you're not even like, you gotta take accountability of what the child emotion is going through.
And see, and then at that time, I was your age. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm not mature where I am now. You know what I'm saying? At your age, I'm just getting out the streets. So I'm not thinking about the way you saying it. Like, yeah, but as I'm getting older and older and older, this is why I said you are the perfect person for me to talk to in regards to the situation.
And I only know this through experience.
Why you think I'm talking to you? Because you got the experience.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the only reason why I know this is I'm pretty sure if I had experience for myself, I couldn't take this shit. I'd probably be like, nah, I would have been like everybody else in the world. Nah, that bitch did some wild shit. Nah, fuck that. No, bro, no. Listen. Women are going to be women. That ain't never changed, bro. Men are going to be men. Kids start out as blank canvases. You paint it.
Nah, y'all come out as soft clay and you get molded.
You molded.
That's right. Now,
so it's like there's only so much you can. This is what I'm trying to explain. This is what I'm trying to understand. Like, try to explain to people. Like, I don't have no problem, bro. Like, it is what it is. All I can do for the rest of my life, when I have my own kids, know what not to do because I know how it made me feel, or know what to do because I know it made me feel good.
Oh, dang it. That shit made me not have no more kids.
Right, but that's cool though. Nah, I feel you, but that's the thing though. But that's the thing though. You have to take responsibility. If you gonna lay up with a chick and hit it raw, you know your chances of getting her pregnant it's not that slim.
Nigga, when you're 18, it's a little bit different. 19,
right,
you're
like, not thinking,
like you said, you heard I said 2 in the same week.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying to you. We don't think like that. Even when I was 18, I'm having fun. Luckily,
I never started shading on my wife. It's like thinking of the age range. You know what I'm saying? We young. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but it's all about responsibility and accountability. That's all.
And now what you say now, thinking about it on that way, her as a young woman, she probably didn't know how to deal with that shit. And that was her best way of dealing with it.
She's a baby. Having a baby by another baby. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, bro?
Right.
And everybody's learning on the job. So it's like, what are we doing here? There's going to be mistakes here. So when those mistakes happen, you gotta take it with a grain of salt and be like, you know what? I was young. Mom was young. We both made mistakes. I did this. She did that. Cool. But you might not be ready for that conversation. When you're ready to have that conversation, I'm here for you.
Yeah. I mean, at a certain point, I just stopped reaching out. And I feel like whenever they get mature, they'll reach out and they we'll build. But the reason I wanted to speak to you is because what would it take for you and your pops to be cool? And then the only reason I ask you that is because whatever you say, then I'm gonna apply it to myself, and that's how I probably could get cool with my daughter.
I honestly can't tell you what would be the solution for our situation. Our situation.
How would you make it right?
Huh?
How would you make it right? If you could fix it, how would you make it right?
This. If I was in your position,
yeah.
How would I make it right?
Yeah. If you was your pops, and he wanted to make it right with you, he wanted all this shit today.
That's a different story.
Use me. How do I make it right?
Okay, cool. You, right?
Yeah.
You personally, what I would probably try to do, I would try to establish a rapport with them first. Hey, yo, listen, I'm just calling to check up on you. That's it. Boom. Every week. Every 2 weeks.
I've been doing that for holidays, birthdays.
Listen. I ain't gonna say you're gonna change the whole shit in a week. It might take years. It might take 20. It might take 30. It might take you being on your deathbed. But those are the responsibilities that comes with
Don't come on my deathbed, man.
I'm not being for real.
No, I know that, but I'm saying don't come on my deathbed.
No, I'm just saying, yo, bro, it might take a lifetime, bro. Those are responsibilities that you have made when you had unprotected sex and you had a baby. Parenting job never ends, bro.
I know this, and you always gonna be a child. Know that.
You ain't gonna always be a child, no matter what.
Because I'm still my mother's child. And you always got to respect your elders.